2024 dawned for Japan with the earth beneath it shaking violently. A devastating 7.6 magnitude earthquake struck the Noto Peninsula in Ishikawa Prefecture, leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. In the quaint towns of Wajima, Suzu, and Noto, the quake's impact was stark. 100 souls were lost, 211 people remain unaccounted for, and over 500 individuals sustained injuries. This was the deadliest earthquake in Japan since the Kumamoto quakes 8 years prior. In the aftermath, a tsunami warning was issued. Along the Sea of Japan coast, a tsunami run-up measured 4.2 meters. The mere mention of a tsunami sends chills down the spine, a haunting reminder of the devastation they can cause. Yet why does Japan face such frequent earthquakes? The answer lies beneath the surface, in the Earth's crust. The Noto Peninsula is situated on the southeastern margin of the Sea of Japan. This location is highly susceptible to earthquakes and tsunamis due to the subduction of the Pacific Plate beneath the Eurasian Plate. The immense pressure and subsequent release between these plates led to this catastrophic earthquake. This tectonic activity resulted in reverse faulting along a northeast trending plane. A foreshock of magnitude 5.5 was recorded, followed by a 6.2 magnitude aftershock. The rupture spread approximately 160 kilometers from southeast of the Noto Peninsula to Sado Island. The land itself shifted up to 1.3 meters westwards, a testament to the raw power of our planet. The quake's tremors were felt far and wide, reaching as far as Tokyo and the Kanto region. A maximum seismic intensity of 7, the highest level on the Japan Meteorological Agency's scale, was recorded. In response, a tsunami warning was issued for Japan's western coast, leading to evacuation orders for 62,000 people. In the face of such adversity, the resilience of Japan shone through, with evacuation orders promptly executed, affecting 62,000 people. Hardly had the earth stopped shaking when disaster struck again, this time from the sky. A runway collision at Haneda Airport in Tokyo set the year's second day ablaze. An unfortunate incident unfolded as a Japan Airlines Airbus, a 350 and a Japan Coast Guard de Havilland, Canada. Dash 8 collided on the runway. It was a sight that sent shivers down the spine of onlookers and sent emergency services scrambling into action. The collision resulted in a catastrophic fire, engulfing both aircraft and turning the runway into a fiery battlefield. This incident marked the first major accident for Japan Airlines since 1985, and tragically, the first hull loss of an Airbus A350. The Dash 8, on the other hand, had a history of damage from the 2011 Tohoku earthquake and tsunami, but had been repaired to take to the skies again. A pall of gloom descended as it was reported that 5 crew members on the Dash 8 lost their lives in this devastating incident. The loss of life is always a bitter pill to swallow, and our thoughts go out to those affected by this tragedy. However, in the midst of disaster, there was a glimmer of hope. All 367 passengers and 12 crew members aboard the A350 were evacuated successfully. It was a race against time, and the efforts of the rescue team were nothing short of heroic. This incident is a chilling reminder of the dangers that can lurk in the skies, but also a testament to the readiness and efficiency of the Japanese emergency services. The cause of the collision is currently under investigation. There are many questions that need answers. Why did these 2 aircraft end up on a collision course? What were the contributing factors? These questions will be at the forefront of the investigation as authorities work to prevent such a disaster from happening again. Despite the fiery calamity, all 367 passengers and 12 crew on the A350 were evacuated without loss of life, a testament to Japan's preparedness and efficiency. To understand why Japan seems to be a magnet for earthquakes, we need to delve a little into the science of tectonic plates. Our Earth's crust is not one solid piece, but is divided into numerous large and small slabs called tectonic plates. These plates, like enormous puzzle pieces, fit together to form the Earth's surface. They're not stationary, but constantly in motion, albeit at a pace slower than a snail's crawl. This movement is driven by the intense heat deep within the Earth's core, causing the plates to shift, collide, and slide past each other. Now, you might be wondering, how does this cause earthquakes? Well, when these plates interact at their boundaries, they often get stuck due to the roughness of the plate material. but the rest of the plate keeps moving, building up stress at the point where they're stuck. Eventually, the stress becomes too much, the plates slip, releasing a burst of stored energy that we experience as an earthquake. Japan, unfortunately, finds itself in a precarious position. It's situated along the Pacific Ring of Fire, an area known for its intense seismic and volcanic activity. This is due to the presence of several major tectonic plate boundaries, including the subduction zone where the Pacific Plate dives beneath the Eurasian Plate. This process, known as subduction, is particularly prone to causing powerful earthquakes and tsunamis. In the case of the 2024 Sea of Japan earthquake, it was this subduction of the Pacific Plate beneath the Eurasian Plate that was the culprit. The stress accumulated over time along the boundary, and when it finally gave way, it resulted in an earthquake of devastating proportions felt across a wide area, including Tokyo and the Kanto region. Understanding the science of tectonic plates is crucial in predicting potential seismic hotspots and preparing for future disasters. It's this knowledge that has helped Japan develop effective disaster response strategies and build infrastructure designed to withstand the Earth's tremors. The frequent tremors and shakes that Japan experiences can be traced back to the relentless dance of these tectonic plates. In a land where the Earth shakes frequently, buildings must stand strong. Japan has turned this necessity into an art form with its earthquake-resistant construction methods. The Taishin, Seishin, and Menshin standards are the backbone of this architectural prowess. Let's delve into how these techniques work and how they contribute to Japan's resilience against earthquakes. The Taishin standard, also known as the anti-seismic structure standard, is all about strength. Buildings constructed under this standard are designed to withstand the violent shakes of an earthquake, reducing the risk of collapse. The structures are reinforced with steel and concrete, making them robust enough to withstand the forces of nature. On the other hand, the Seishin standard takes a different approach. It's not just about making the building strong, but also flexible. This standard emphasizes the use of lightweight, flexible materials that can sway with the motion of an earthquake rather than resisting it. This strategy helps to absorb and distribute the seismic energy, reducing the impact on the structure itself. Lastly, we have the Menshin standard. This approach focuses on isolating the building from the ground movement. By using advanced techniques like base isolation and energy dissipation devices, the buildings are effectively decoupled from the ground, reducing the amount of shaking they experience during an earthquake. These standards are not just about the materials and techniques used in construction. They also involve rigorous testing and inspection processes to ensure the buildings meet the required safety standards. Japan's commitment to earthquake-resistant architecture extends beyond these standards. The country is constantly researching and innovating, finding new ways to improve the safety and resilience of its buildings. These innovative building standards ensure that even when the earth shakes, the structures stand firm, safeguarding lives. Japan's defense against the wrath of the sea is as formidable as its buildings are against the quakes. The seawall is a testament to this resilience. This massive structure, a feat of modern engineering, stretches over hundreds of kilometers along Japan's coastline. It's not just a wall. It's a symbol of Japan's determination to protect its people and their homes from the destructive power of tsunamis. The seawall is constructed with a blend of traditional techniques and state-of-the-art technology. It's not simply a matter of piling up concrete and earth. The wall's design takes into account the force and height of potential tsunamis, the topography of the land, and the need to minimize impact on local ecosystems. The purpose of the seawall is straightforward: to prevent or reduce the impact of tsunamis on coastal areas. When a tsunami hits, it acts as a barrier, absorbing the energy of the waves and preventing them from reaching populated areas. But it's more than just a physical barrier, it's also a psychological one, offering some peace of mind to those who live in its shadow. Of course, no defense is perfect. Critics argue that the seawall gives a false sense of security and that it can't guarantee protection against all tsunamis. But when it comes to battling the forces of nature, every layer of defense counts. And the seawall is a crucial part of Japan's multi-layered defense strategy. which also includes early warning systems, evacuation plans, and earthquake-resistant architecture. As we've seen, Japan's resilience against natural disasters is remarkable. From the earth beneath to the sky above and even the sea, Japan stands firm, ever prepared for what nature might throw its way.